What's up, everybody? This is Ed O'Brien from All State Preps on 24/7 Sports. This is the We Run the State podcast. Been gone for about 2 weeks, been on the road, had things to do. But yesterday I was able to head up to Penn State and check out their 7-on-7 tournament. And I'm talking to one of the top players today from that particular tournament. Like the welcome guest, DaMarion Fowlkes.
Thank you, thank you.
No problem, out of Good Counsel High School in Maryland. Um, Two things. First, I want to congratulate you on committing to Pitt earlier this week.
Yes, sir.
All right, and the second thing, I definitely want to congratulate you and your teammates on winning the 7-on-7 tournament at Penn State yesterday. Real quick, talk about how you think overall how you think you and your teammates performed, and secondly, what are some things the coaches said to you guys after the tournament as far as what you guys need to continue to work on.
I feel like we started out a little shaky. We went in pool play. We went 3-1. We lost to a team we thought we should have beat, and then we had the delay. And then I feel like after the delay, we came out with a different mindset, different attitude, ready to work, ready to get better, and ready to take it home. And after the tournament, coaches let us know we did good because at Maryland, we didn't have the best tournament. We lost in pool play, didn't really make the playoffs. So they let us know that it was a lot better performance than at Maryland. But they still let us know that we have a lot of work to go. We can still always get better. There's always room for improvement.
All right, and as I mentioned earlier, of course, you committed to Pitt earlier this week. I think they originally offered you back in November
Yes, sir.
Of last year. Real quick, who were some of the other schools that were pushing hard for you other than outside of Pitt?
It was Indiana, Wake Forest, and West Virginia.
All right, so let's talk about well, before we get to your official visit, were there some other schools that hadn't offered you at that point, at the point last week, that wanted to see you camp before actually offering you?
In Missouri and Louisville.
Missouri, Louisville. Okay. So let's get to the official visit that you took on the 10th. Well, first, who are your main recruiters?
It was Coach Cade Bell, the offensive coordinator, and then JJ Lassiter, the wide receiver coach.
All right, and what were some of the things that they told you as far as what they like about you as a prospect?
They told me that they just like my game, really, my overall game. They told me I would be a great fit in their offense. Because his offense is a lot different than most offenses in college football. It's a lot of getting the ball to the best athletes in open space. So I feel like it was a great fit for me.
And actually, that segue to my next question. How do they see you fitting into their offense?
They see me fitting as a slot receiver, mainly a slot receiver, but who can move around to the outside a little bit. So really, any spot in the wide receiver core, and just getting the ball to me in open space where I make plays, or sometimes taking the top off the defense, going deep.
All right, and I could probably even answer this, but what do you think are some of your best traits as a receiver? And it's not so much bragging, but what do you think you do well?
I would probably just say getting the ball in open space. Like I said earlier, I feel like that's really my game. Get the ball in short yards and just make people miss. Or I always had the ability and the speed to go deep on people. So I feel like it leads the defense guessing because you don't want to press me. Because you press me, I'm going to go deep and go past you. But you don't want to play too far off because if I catch a ball in open space, it's going to be hard to make a play, or hard for the defense to make a play.
All right, and do you think that some colleges maybe held your height against you?
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, I feel like that will always be a problem for me. Height. Everybody talks about how they want 6'4" receivers, 6'5" receivers, but I mean, if you make plays, your height really shouldn't matter. And that's
Right.
what Pitt really told me. So that really helped me make my choice.
All right, and if you don't mind, talk a little bit about your official visit. And actually, before you do that, did you have your mind made up about committing to Pitt before the visit, or did it happen sometime during the visit?
Going into the official visit, I had an idea that I wanted to commit to Pitt, but I wanted to see what it was like outside of football on
Okay.
campus, what the student life was like, what they do on a day to day basis, like just stuff like that before I committed.
All right, and talk a little bit about how that um, official visit went, and how did Coach Narduzzi react when you gave him the official verbal commitment?
The official visit went great. I got to see the players bond on and off the field, which really helps seal the deal for me because my biggest thing is I want to play where I'm wanted, where it's a good environment, where the players enjoy each other, they have fun, and they just get better every day. And I seen that on the field and then off the field, them bonding together, going out to dinner, going bowling, playing the game, watching the NBA Finals. That really just sealed the deal for me and locked me in. And so it was about seven of us that committed, and two of them had committed during our dinner on the last day, but I was still a little hesitant. So I waited till I had my meeting with Coach Narduzzi one on one,
Mhm.
and really just talking to him, seeing how much he cares for his players, how much he loves his players, how much how much he wants his players to succeed. Really stood there for me, and I let him know in his office, and he just started jumping up and down with joy.
Now, did you commit before your teammate? For those watching this podcast, DaMarion and his teammate Justin are both obviously teammates. They both committed to Pitt last week. So, who committed first, you or him, or was it simultaneous?
It we had talked about it, but he pulled the trigger first because he had his meeting with Coach Narduzzi first, so he
Okay.
pulled the trigger first.
All right. How cool is that to knowing that you're going to be playing college football? With one of your teammates from high school.
Um, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling always to go in somewhere new with somebody you know. So I feel like maybe we'll probably end up rooming together just because we came from the same school. We was friends. So I feel like that calms the nerves a little bit because college is nervous. You don't know people. It's your
Right.
first time there. It's a big school. So just having a teammate and a friend going into the same college you helps a lot.
All right. And how does it feel to get this decision out of the way and being able to focus on your senior season?
It it's a stress. It takes off the stress off you because I'm not gonna lie. This college process it was long, stressful. A lot of thinking went into it. And once you make that decision, it's like you can finally breathe again. And you could just focus on football and focus on getting better and better in your craft instead of thinking, okay, where do I want to go now? Do I want to take this official visit or not? Do I want to commit or not? What day do I want to commit? Like stuff like that. It just takes the stress off you.
All right. And as far as you making that decision, as you mentioned, it's a long process. Who are some people that you leaned on for advice, support, and just overall guidance?
I would say my parents and God. I prayed a lot about it. I prayed actually every night about it. I even prayed the night before, and then I prayed about 10 minutes before the meeting with Coach Narduzzi to ask God to let me know if this is the right choice to let me make it. And then I lean on my parents a lot because my dad, being a college football player himself, played in the league for a year. He went through this whole process already, so he knows what's best for me, and he knows what's real and what's fake. So I really leaned on him and my mom just being there to support me and to be on my side on whatever decision I make. So it was really my parents and God.
All right. Now with senior season only a few months away, what are some things that you have been or currently working on to improve yourself as a football player?
I like to say my route running. I feel like sometimes I get a little lazy with my route running just because I'm faster than most people. So
Mm.
I'm really going into detail on running my routes, getting in and out of my breaks, setting up the defense in different ways to make the routes look the same, then break out one way or another. So really just route running.
All right. And, your high school plays, and I talked to Justin about this, plays in one of, I want to say one of the best leagues in the country,
Mhm.
WCAC, but I know, the folks down there are going to say the best league in the nation. How do you think playing in that league, going against tough competition on a regular basis has helped you develop um, you as a football player up to this point?
I would say it's helped a lot. especially last year. Last year we had our 2024 class had a great amount of D1 talent. Like we had Florida, Florida State, Clemson, Maryland. Like going against college ready guys every day helps you to better yourself. And I'm not gonna lie, most of the time you don't win reps. Sometimes them guys are better than you. And just competing every day helps you to get better, to grow, and to really learn how to be a football player.
All right. And from a non-football standpoint, do you know what you're going to major in when you go to Pitt?
I have an idea. I like sports medicine, but I'm not entirely sure yet.
Okay. And what is it about medicine that has piqued your interest?
I like to learn about the body, like how the body works, how it functions. Like I feel like if I could learn how my body works, I could always better myself, make myself stronger, faster, healthier. It's just stuff like that.
All right. Makes a lot of sense. So hey, definitely want to thank you for taking the time speak with me today. You did a great job, you and your teammates at the 7-on-7 last year, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to see you guys at least probably 2 to 3 times this season. So, and so then I definitely wish you the best of luck, and I
Yes,
look
sir.
forward to talking to you again sometime in the near future.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.